6 seasons, 1 movie, 7 Funko Pops. These are the only community Funko Pops that exist right now. The show ran 110 episodes from 2009 till 2015, and it is truly Dan Harmon at his best. Similar to a live-action version of Rick and Morty. Of course, he created it, but if you haven't seen Community, I highly recommend giving it a watch. It starts as a study group at a community college, but it turns out to be an all-time great sitcom. Some people aren't fans of season 4 without Dan Harmon, and you can definitely feel his absence. Some of the lines don't feel as witty, but it's still a solid season. There's just a ton of drama behind the scenes, but it's a fun rabbit hole, so definitely go down it. And with that movie currently in the works, there's a chance we could get more Funko Pops, but either way, these ones will become a little bit more sought after. Some of them already have some value, but we'll take a look at each of them individually in just a second. But this first wave is really solid, with Pierce being the only main character. Actually, the Dean, he should also count. He would be the best pop to get for sure. There's a ton of celebrities that pop up and newer members of the study group in the later seasons that could make good pops. I don't really want to see them expand with different versions of these characters with different outfits, kind of like they do with like Big Bang Theory or The Office, things that come to mind. But I like the small singular wave, makes it feel a little bit more exclusive. But if they wanted to make one for the movie and if the Dean was included in it, I'd probably be okay with it. It's not like they're going to make a ton of waves in the future, but let's take a look at them individually. And first up, we have Pop 837 Jeff Winger, played by the infamous Joel McHale, who I personally love and is definitely appearing in everything right now. You can currently find him hosting a bunch of shows, and on the reality side, he's hosting House of Villains. If you love messy kind of fake reality star drama, watch it on Peacock. It's a low-key awesome, and he's appearing on the food competition shows like Crime Scene Kitchen, currently on Fox, so also available on Hulu. But he's even been in Jackpot Party ads on cable if you've seen those. But he is a super enjoyable actor that has more side character roles than main roles. But I would recommend checking out Stargirl, The Bear, Ted. He's currently doing season 3 of Animal Control. And did you guys know he has a short speaking role in Spider-Man 2? Of course, everyone does. But he also did Elliot's voice in Open season 2. That one really surprised me, to be honest, when I saw that on IMDb. But my man literally appears in everything. He is the main character, I would say, in Community, even though it is an ensemble cast. But he is purposely made to be kind of like that vanilla, really main character kind of vibes for sitcoms, and this pop kind of reflects that, to be honest. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. I do have mine signed by Joel McHale, and it was really cool to be able to meet him and talk to him for a little bit, because yeah, I've just grown up watching him. I don't know how, but I just big fan. But this pop, he wrote Time for Scotch, Jay Winger, pretty cool in the blue. Joel McHale, simple blue, just like the pop, because look at that image on the side. He is literally just holding the pen, or a pen, I guess. I could not tell you if this is from a specific scene. Drop it in the comments what episode this is, or in the exact scene where he's wearing this outfit and everything, where it is, the timestamp of it, and everything like that. We got a JSA'd on the side. We can take a little bit of a closer look. I'll throw a light on so we can see him a little bit better in there. Actually, he is totally holding a phone and not a pencil. Wow, that looks really thin on this artwork on the side. I'm not even gonna lie. The back of the box is honestly pretty beautiful, though. We got the 6 comments in the back, because as we know, the Britta is the only con exclusive of the bunch, but it's a good clean look of them. I wonder what it would have been like seeing these on shelves back in the day, but now honestly they just seem so rare. Definitely pick one up if you see it. They go above retail, that's for sure. Luckily, Jeff Winger is on the cheaper side. Technically, I think his PPG is $27, and I feel like I can commonly find him on eBay at least for about $25 plus shipping is what he's selling at. But watch out, because some people are asking for $50 plus, so definitely try and find a cheaper seller for this item, because they're out there. Next up is Pop 838 Abed Nadir, played by Danny Pudi, who also has an extensive resume. Go check it out on IMDb. In the past, he has appeared in Cougar Town and DuckTales, and is currently in Going Dutch on Fox, as well as Mythic Quest on Apple TV. Abed's PPG is $85, but I'm seeing it sell on eBay in late 2024 for $45 to around $60, and as low as one for $36 $6. Abed is definitely one of the best characters of the show, so let's take a little bit of a closer look at him because I think they do a great job with this pop because, as you can see, he got his mug, which means Troy and Abed in the morning. Classic. I love this pop, and I love that they made Troy match, but we'll take a look at him in a second. Very, very simple looking pop, but overall, I think it fits the show and Troy and Abed perfectly. So honestly, I think this is a huge win, and I'm a really big fan of this pop. Pop 839, Troy is up next, played by Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. He is quite the artist, and if you haven't seen Atlanta, that's a must. I've hooked a lot of friends on it. Check it out. It's on Hulu. But of course, he's Lando in Solo, Mr. John Smith in the Mr. and Mrs. Smith revival, which gets too much flack. It was a good season, and he's heavily involved with creating season 2. And he's also Simba in the new Lion King. He also has a wicked cameo in Across the Spider-Verse, but similar to Abed, top tier character, they're a perfect duo, and this pop reflects that. But his PPG is $65, but he's commonly selling for a variety of prices on eBay from $30 to around, the $60 price point for the most part. So try to snag him cheap as well. But as you can see, the mug is the same exact one that Abed has, which is just their Troy and Abed in the morning little mugs that they got. I like the design a lot. He's in his suit, which is so not Troy, so I think it's funny that they did this for the pop. It's a good looking pop overall, and as you can see, the third pop in the common wave. Very, very clean, and I definitely recommend picking him and Abed up together if you guys are able to. 840 Annie for Alison Brie. I'd watch the show just for her. She'd have a variety of roles, but if you haven't seen Glow, it's a very unique show about an 80s women's wrestling group, but it's very good. It's on Netflix, but she's also Trudy in Mad Men. Horse Girl's an interesting movie. She's had a lot of voice work as well and had a huge hand in making BoJack Horseman come alive. And let's see who else. She was Unikitty in the Lego movie, Planetina in Rick and Morty Season 5, Episode 3, I believe. And also super cool for Dan Harmon. You can tell that relationship for Community helped her appear for that episode. But Star Wars fans, she's also Am in Star Wars Visions. But Annie, oh Annie, she is hilarious in this show. And she definitely leans into her trope perfectly. Such a good actress. I'm not even kidding. Watch the show and you'll start understanding. Her PPG is $25, but you can easily pick her up for around or slightly above retail. Definitely an easier pickup out of the line. But let's take a little bit of a closer look. I mean, not much to it. Pretty simple pop. I can't say it's super recognizable in my opinion, but I mean, it is Annie once it with the box and everything like that. But out of box, definitely a little bit harder. She is just dressed up for school with her notebook and pen. Very, very cute. Very simple. I don't know. There's a little bit of autograph potential there. I mean, I would love to meet Alison, but that'd be crazy. But like I said, it's one of the easier pickups out of the wave. So if you can get her cheap, definitely do. I'm so glad they made Pop 841 Shirley, played by Yvette Nicole Brown, and let me tell you, she is a friend of Hollywood. She's probably appeared in something you've seen, and if you have a kid, she'd probably voice something that they watch. So check out her resume. It's really interesting. I believe she's been in, I'm just gonna name off some sitcoms at the top of my head, like 2.5 Men, Curb Your Enthusiasm, That 70s Show, Rules of Engagement, Malcolm in the Middle, The Office, Mom, House, Chuck, Psych, Last Man Standing. She's literally in everything. But growing up watching Nickelodeon stuff, for me, Drake and Josh, Helen will always be my favorite character from her. And it was also really fun seeing her pop up in Avengers Endgame as well. But anyways, Shirley, she's portrayed super sweet, and this pop kind of portrays that pretty well. She also goes for cheap, another one that kind of goes for the retail price. But let's take a closer look at Shirley. She got the He Is Risen apron on, as you can see in the picture right there. A little bit harder to see on the pop just because of the angle of the light. Let's try and fix that. And not really doing it justice, but yeah, either way, it's a pretty cool pop. I love the hair. Definitely a hairstyle that we don't really see on many Funko Pops, so that is also pretty cool. I like the mold overall. Pretty solid pop. And yeah, I'm happy for Yvette Nicole Brown. If I met her one day, I would definitely try and get her to sign this bad boy. The last comment in the wave goes to Pop 842, Ben Chang, played by Jeong. And if you don't know much about Ken, he was a doctor but transitioned into comedy. And he had a comedy show, Dr. Ken, that I'm not sure if it's loosely based on him or if they just ran with the idea. But anyways, I think that's pretty cool. Funny enough, though, he was also in Avengers Endgame. But yeah, you've probably seen him pop up in some comedy films like Step Brothers, Pineapple Express, and I think think he also appeared in an Office episode. Wait, as well as 2.5 Men. I'll throw it up on screen if he did, but like many, he's hilarious in the Hangover movies as Mr. Chow. I'm sure that's what you know him from. I also thought his pop-up in Transformers Dark of the Moon doesn't get talked enough. I mean, come on, the way he points the guns and his quotes, iconic. His role as Ben Chang, though, is definitely a milder but crazier version of Mr. Chow, I would say. Hilarious, and his storylines get weird, but he's a fun addition to the show. With possibly the best pop out of the group, his PPG is $33, but sells commonly for $20 to $30. He used to be a $50 pop back in the day, so it's honestly kind of an interesting drop. But this pop is iconic for one reason specifically, and it's because it represents the most iconic episode, I would say, out of Community, which is the paintball episodes. So sick, and I'm so glad they made this little paintball gun into airsoft form. The tiger camo is so sick. They even got him holding a cigarette. I love when they add glasses on the Funko Pops. The whole pop, yeah, this is a fantastic looking one. Such a sick one. Honestly, this could be like an exclusive, and I wouldn't have been mad about that. But yeah, last one out of the common wave. A little bit more on the pricier side. You can probably get them for cheap still, but definitely a worthy pickup if you guys do ever get the chance. The last pop of the wave and the only exclusive, Pop 902, goes to Britta. Gillian Jacobs plays her, and she's most recently been in the Fear Street movies. She's great in Hot Tub Time Machine 2, and she's Supernova in the Rick and Morty Season 3 Vindicators episode. And as you can see, everyone became great friends in real life. They all appear as guest appearances in each other's projects. Joel McHale was also in Season 3 of the Thunderdome episode in Rick and Morty. I don't remember the name of it, but he was the guy with like the tin on his head. It was awesome. Super awesome Mad Max episode. But I'm seeing Adventure Time as a common appearance on their resumes as well, and most of them do appear in the Dr. Ken show for Ken Jeong, which is pretty cool as well. It really goes to show Community truly helped all of their careers and networking statuses within the industry, and you can see it in the show. It's just honestly so cool if you're a fan of film in the industry in general. But anyways, Britta's PPG is $150 for the shared sticker and $220 for the New York Comic Con. The shared sells pretty commonly for around $100 though, and I can't find sales of the NYCC sticker, but even if I do, its authenticity may be a little bit iffy. If you're planning on collecting this pop, I would highly recommend hunting for this sticker, which is the shared sticker version. There are and have been quote-unquote replacement stickers for the NYCC sticker, specifically made for the Dobby for My Hero Academia. But yeah, anyways, there's replacement stickers, so it's very easy to take this sticker off, put on a replacement sticker that costs like $3, and basically overcharge people. So definitely be careful. Don't get scammed. But I saw a shared sticker bid also on eBay go for like $50 last December. I wanted to note that as well. So it's totally possible to get this pop for a steal, but it's definitely the quote-unquote rare or grail out of the set. I mean, it makes sense as the one exclusive, but Britta Perry, what a great looking, simple pop. I'm glad they did end up making her after all. She's a fantastic character, fantastic actress, and she's definitely worthy of a Funko Pop. And if you want a little bit of a closer look, I mean, not much to see. The jacket, I mean, purple shirt, black jacket. I can't say it's identifiable as Britta. Overall, I would probably rate this wave high 9s, honestly, like 9.7. Near perfect singular wave with a diverse spread of characters and a con exclusive. It's a fun Funko set to collect, so I highly recommend hunting and adding it into your collection. I get it, it's a simple wave, but this is how you do a simple wave, in my opinion. But I really do think the movie has some potential to bring back some love for this show, and a lot of people will go and watch it for the first time, which is all good for the Funko Pops. But let me know what you guys think the movie will do for these pops overall. Will Funko make another wave? And let me know your thoughts on this wave and favorite character. Troy and Abed in the morning, and the paintball Chang, with Britta being a rare exclusive, and like, let's be honest, who's not in love with Annie? I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with any of these. Like, come on, it's an awesome wave. That's why I rate it so high. Check out my most recent Funko Pop Collection video and my playlist in the description. But have a fantastic rest of your day, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!